So I'm in my Facebook group the other day checking out a new member. He had posted a photo and he was getting some feedback, most of it positive, but then somebody came in, it was like the 10th comment, and they weren't very nice to him in that comment. They didn't like his outfit. They let him know that they didn't like his outfit. It wasn't very constructive. We ended up banning the individual, but not before the guy that received the comment. And again, he received 10 good ones. He said, "Hey, I'm not here for this. I don't need this type of criticism." He immediately quit the group. Guys, in today's video, I'm going to talk about how to deal with style criticism. In today's video, gents, I'm going to talk about 5 tips that you can use to deal with style critics. Some of these are going to be anonymous. Online, yeah, you probably can ignore a lot of that stuff, but you're going to have other critics that are going to be harder to ignore. Critics at work, as you look to up your style, improve your game, they're going to say, "Hey, are you trying to make us look bad? Are you interviewing somewhere else?" Maybe at home, you're going to have someone question, "Should you be spending money on that when you could be spending money on this or with us or, on the kids or saving it?" And you've got to, I'm not going to say what the right decision is for you, but I am going to say that there are certain levels of critics. You're going to need to be able to make the right decision for you, and I want to arm you with the tools to be able to do that. Tip number 1 to deal with style critics, gentlemen, is to understand what they say is a reflection of them, not really about you. This is so key to understand how you can present the same image to 100 different people, and they will each have a different opinion of you. And oftentimes, the people that are closest or those that have a negative opinion are going to be very vocal about it. And oftentimes, it has nothing to do with you and who you are and what you represent and what you want to do, but it's about how do they feel. Maybe their perception of how you're making them look. Think about that. They are concerned with themselves, not you. Not how you're trying to improve yourself, but how you're making them uncomfortable. When they're asking about, is this the best place for you to be spending your money? They're worried about your finances and perhaps the family's finances. They're worried about themselves. And so you need to make sure, you need to reassure this person, especially if it's your wife, that yes, I am getting a great deal here. And the reason I'm doing this to up my game, to look the part so I can get that promotion, to make more money, to be able to get that job, to be able to nail that interview, whatever it may be. Tip number 2 to deal with style criticism is to examine yourself first. So oftentimes we hear we are our own worst critic, and that's meant so that we don't beat up on ourselves and that we go off and we try other things and we don't hold ourselves back. But sometimes being able to systematically look at yourself and to say, okay, have I spent time educating myself? Have I watched enough information? Have I practiced? Have I worn this maybe at home? Have I gotten a few other opinions? And then when you start to venture out, you've got a bit of confidence. What's cool about this is you're able to better judge those that are critiquing you. And you can really look at their questions and say, I've already asked that of myself. I already questioned that and I answered that for myself definitively. So educate yourself, focus in on that constant improvement. Be in some ways your own worst critic. Again, don't let it hold you back, but use it instead to your advantage. Tip number 3, surround yourself with the right people. You want to insulate yourself from those critics. You want to surround yourself with people who make it feel normal as you try to improve yourself. Think about it. You go to a Toastmaster event. You're wearing a suit, or maybe you're wearing a dress shoot with a really nice vest. Are you going to be out of place? No, you're going to fit right in. Even though they're talking about public speaking, how to get better with that, they understand that presentation is very important. And so being around those type of people that are looking to improve themselves, maybe you go to a church group, you can bet that wearing a suit, looking presentable at church is always going to be acceptable. At work, maybe if you can't find a group of people that are dressing well at work, you can actually be the face of the company when you go to networking events, maybe at the Chamber of Commerce or something like that. The thing is, look around. There are always opportunities. So surround yourself with like-minded people. Guys, I've also talked about my free Facebook group. And yes, I started this off saying someone got a little bit of criticism there, but I can tell you that overall, this is a great place. So you can start off virtual, but definitely try to focus in on the local. But if you can't find that, then go virtual, maybe find a forum, find a place where you feel at home. Tip number 4 to deal with style critics is to learn to meditate. So let me expand on this. What I mean is learn to be mindful. So I have a grandmother that was a Buddhist. I studied some Buddhism. I've learned to meditate, and I would have to say it's a very powerful tool. Why it's powerful? Because if you could learn to be mindful, basically where you take the emotion out of a situation and you focus in on a very small thing, one thing. The gentleman that actually abandoned my group, he had 9 out of 10 comments were positive. But what happened is he focused on that 10th comment that was negative, and he was, oh my gosh, people are going to jump on me. I'm going to get criticized. What am I doing here? Boom, I'm out of here. Gentlemen, you want to be able to look at a situation when someone criticizes your outfit, when someone criticizes you trying to improve yourself, whether it's going to the gym, looking to improve your education, just become a better man. You need to be able to take a step back. Focus on your breathing. Focus in on really what is going on here. It's just one person having a bad day, putting it out on me. It has nothing to do with me. If you can actually learn how to meditate, how to be mindful when you need to be, guys, it's a very powerful tool. Finally, tip number 5 on how to deal with style criticism, gentlemen, is to accept the fact that you are now a leader. And if you look throughout history, any leader, anyone that puts himself out there, anyone that gets in front of a group and takes them in a direction is going to be criticized, is going to have somebody saying, I could be doing it better. Somebody up in the stands, not down on the field fighting, saying, I would do it this way. Congratulate yourself for actually getting out there, for taking a chance, for getting dirty, for getting muddy, for falling flat on your face. But being a leader, that's what it's about, is actually going through that experience. Now, the great part about this is all of the people who you are going to inspire, people that are looking up to you, because there are people. It may be your son, maybe your little brother. It may be the guys in the office who are secretly rooting for you to move up, to be that programmer that moves up there with the suits and actually gets that position. There are people rooting for you. And understand, when you take this leadership role, it is the rite of passage that you're going to get criticized. Gentlemen, that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments down below. How do you deal with criticism? What would you have added to this video? How can I make it better? Gents, that's it. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.